So I'd like to do a reading for Scorpio now, for now. Let's do like a heart to get an idea of the love situation. For Scorpio. Heart for Scorpio. Somebody feels either out in the cold or like they're coming in from out in the cold. There's hope. The challenge is getting through changes and things that change and things that, well, the destruction of the universe brings about changes that you find just happen. Time brings changes, and the challenge is the tower, which is destruction, but it's destruction always followed by a rebuilding of something better. But the challenge is the tower, it says. So I don't know at what stage you are in this, if you're rebuilding, if you've gone through it, if you're going through it, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, maybe this reading's not for you. I don't know. I'm surprised by the tower, kind of. So, Ace of Wands. Here, upside down. It fell out upside down. That's amazing. That never happens. So, movement toward, there's some dishonesty in this situation, and this is a bad morale, and it's a lower morale, so this is a kind of behavior you just have to avoid, and just not engage with these this kind of energy. You don't have to engage. It would be foolish to even, engage or go there, or this is like, don't pick a fight when, why pick a fight here? Or maybe somebody feels like picky, or feels like they're being picked on, so maybe you got to be careful with words sometimes, or the temperament, or maybe it's the way the words are said, the temperament of our words, the tone, the whole thing. The significant other brings what they're bringing is a strong challenge, or this feels like a challenge. A chariot is a challenge of accomplishment, and it's a crossroad with this. It's like waiting. It's looking forward to the future, achieving something, deciding on something, like having a choice about something, wait and seeing what the next thing is, a creative endeavor. Possibly it's movement and achievement. What they're not supposed to bring is a bunch of energy about messages from the outside. Probably just let's keep it personal, because this is a relationship. And for some reason the ace fell out upside down, so maybe there's some maybe there's been some words said, and this significant other is not feeling real warm at this time because it fell out upside down. I feel like there might be some need for warmth, because if it was right side up I would know there was warmth, but since it's this way, I know that it's probably cooled off quite a bit, because that's like a really good sign. Except here I feel like it's like it's delayed, it's held up, it's not happening. So what you're not supposed to bring is a bunch of reminiscing, I guess, for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe right now is just not the time. Looks like you feel suspicious about something and you feel stuck. Boy, that's bad. If you feel stuck and you feel suspicious, why don't you talk to them and tell them how you feel? There's no reason for you to feel anxious or suspicious and feel stuck in a situation you're not happy in. I'm not saying you're not happy, because the star card is here. But it doesn't look real good that the 5 is defining the relationship. Is the 5 of Pentacles, you know, being left out or coming in from the cold. There's a pretty good sign you've been left out of the cold, or you're coming in from, or you want to come in from out of the cold. So, I don't know. It says bring the energy of the King of Cups. This is you, your essence. Be who you are. Be strong in who you are. You know who you are, and be strong in that. I'm surprised this card is here. This is good. And the energy of enjoying life, being grateful for everything you got, and loving yourself, respecting each other, loving and enjoying nature, getting out in the sun, being around the trees, the green in the trees, the green in the bushes. It'd be real good to get out in nature or in the garden. Just get around the green trees, up at the mountains. You know, pine trees are great. I love pine trees. They they have an energy that it like fills up your, it fills you up. It's just such a connection. I love pine trees because of that. There's such a huge connection. When you're around pine trees, you feel strong like the pine trees. If they're strong, I guess. I hope they're strong. I hope you guys are strong. Let's do these little cards too. Let's see what the Tower is about first off. I'm more worried about the 5 actually. The Fool. So it could have been I think it could have been something that was thoughtless, done that was thoughtless, or that feels like something has been thoughtless, and I'm not sure. I was reading it more of thoughtless and the Fool as a 0. The Strength is down here next to the Death card. So work on getting away from drama. Do anything you can to not have conflict. Just stay away from conflict by all means. If somebody starts something conflictual, you don't have to answer. You could just stand there and look down, or just smile and take a few minutes to change the subject. You know, just stand there. And by standing there and saying nothing, you're not engaging. Somebody has something they want to argue with you about because of this 5, and you don't want to, then you just don't have to. You can just stand there and work on, you know, not avoiding it. So this is not engaging. Hopefully you don't engage, and that way you're not being, you know, you're working on what you want to work on. But this is getting away from conflict. So there's strength here as well as change and letting go of things, revisiting things and letting go of things, like clearing out old things, making room for new. So you clear away old stuff. Maybe you need to clean up your garage or something, or some other space that you could use for something else, or, you know, something like that. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a brand new start here at this time. So to engage in any kind of petty arguments would be really foolish. Okay, so these cards would indicate that there is a energy of suspicion and about something that you're trying to create, or worry, anxiety, worried about something you're trying to get done, or a person. Maybe it's anxiety about a certain person. Maybe it's this, maybe it's your significant other, I don't know. Yeah, there's a choice here about sex. It's like you're at a crossroads when it comes to sex. There's two of wands. I don't think that's a bad sign. I do think it's a sign of hooking up. I do think that you be with somebody you love, and it's a pretty sure thing. It could be a brand new thing that could lead to more things that, like dreams come true. The Star card is here. The Chariot, accomplishment, the Devil, the Ace of Wands. It's a lot of passion and emotional love. This is love, card of love. The only problem is you yourself are feeling anxiety, and so I seen it in this card. It comes up twice, the 9 there and the 9 here, so it's pretty strong, the anxiety or the suspicion. So there's a definite problem, so I'd say, be aware of it and stay safe from it. Believe you're safe, know you're safe, take steps to take care of whatever it is, especially if it's something where you have to, you have to feel comfortable and know what it is that's going on. I mean, you have to know who you are. Like, why would you feel stuck here? Anytime you feel stuck, that's not a safe feeling. So you have to have the ability to see what you're doing and make the decision of whatever decision it is. A lot of people are moving on from their partners, or just taking a break, but others are staying together. I don't know. I don't know really what the answer is. The only real answer for that is for you to answer that. If that's what you're considering, that's for you to answer. But it does look like with this being next to this, you are working on getting away from trouble, and there is anxiety here, and so an inability to make a choice, and wanting to come in from out of the cold. It does point to using your heart and making steps in the right direction to achieve something that you can achieve. Making a choice, and that choice is to choose you and what feels the best to you. Care for you. And if this is here and you have anxiety like this, it's probably there for a reason. You're not exactly without your own inner guidance. You have it. So this anxiety, if you're anxious, you're anxious for a reason. Then there's a reason. Unless you should know when you feel at ease and safe, and know when you feel not. And so if you're not with the right person, you know what I'm talking about. If you are, and it's just time to move on, that's good too. I think it's time for people to just be honest if they're not happy, because there's so many people that are in this world for others, and I would like to others to, you know, be with the ones they're supposed to be with, move on from those who are no longer working out, and get to those who could and would work out, or should, you know, whatever. I just think that too many people are hanging on to things because of I don't know if it's habit or if it's a stress. It's like a thing of it's a financial difficulty that happens, I believe, a lot, where people get insecure and feel like they can't leave because of financial reasons, you know. So, and there we have it. I feel like that is it, because this is a card of finding fault, and there's a problem. There's deception. This card is a card of deception, and I heard earlier it been called the cheating card, and I thought it was very interesting that they called it the cheating card. I thought it very well could be. I think that cheating should be not be part of somebody's game. It's not fair. If you have somebody in your life like a wife, you shouldn't be cheating on them. Like, that's just not even cool, because it's bad karma. And see, this is spiritual energy that will come back and bite you in the ass because of that. Manipulating, confusing, burden, working on sex, love, achievement. Love is what you want. But I believe you must walk away from what it is you're doing. But I think there's an issue when it comes to the burden is about money. The work has to be done. There's work to be done. Stop finding faults and excuses. If you don't belong with one person, tell them so, and make steps toward getting free and being honest and doing what's right for everybody involved. That's the only real answer. There's secrets here about moving on. And it's strong. Whoa. So there's, you know, you're at a crossroads now after this reading, so, and you may really, this has come out twice where you want to be single or you act single. It's like, take care of yourself and be aware of who and what you are, and own who you are. You are valuable, and nature is, get out in nature, loving life, being grateful for everything, being happy and pampering yourself in nature, pampering your things you love, just loving life, being grateful for everything. The Hermit. So I'm going to leave it with that. It's basically saying go within, meditate. When you go within, you know, if you say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, if you say the Buddhist chant, it doesn't hurt to say it, but I just hope you're saying positive things to yourself, and that you know you're loved and you're lovable, and things are looking up, every day is getting good, and you know all is good, and I'm safe and everything's good, you know, and the more you say that, the better things are. So just say what it is you need to hear, and say the positive things, and let go of negative. You know, like, watch how you're thinking and go toward positive if you can, you know. Well, you guys take care. Get back to you. Bye.